Hi everyone, how are you? Today we are going to talk about fast fashion in the Atacama Desert in Chile.
Now we are going to say 4 pros and 4 cons.
The cons are environmental pollution. Large amounts of clothes are dumped in the Atacama Desert. Also, burning of clothes. Clothes are burned to make space, causing air pollution and long-lasting fires. Also, lack of rules. Imported clothes are not declared as textile waste, so there is no clear way to manage them. And finally, limited control. Local authorities do not have enough money or staff to stop illegal dumping.
Okay. Now, the pros. Fast fashion allows people from all economic backgrounds to access trendy, functional clothing at very low prices. The clothing trade creates thousands of jobs in logistics, transportation, and retail. New recycling laws. Chile is implementing the REP, which makes companies and importers responsible for the textile waste they bring into the country.
And finally, some tips. First, buy less clothes. Avoid fast fashion and only buy what you really need. Choose better quality. Clothes that last longer create less waste. Reuse and buy second-hand. Thrift shops and clothing swaps reduce pollution. And finally, recycle clothes properly. Don't throw clothes in nature or burn them.
And last but not least, the keywords. We have fast fashion, that is cheap clothes made very fast that people throw away quickly. Landfill, that is a place where trash is buried or piled up. And finally, synthetic fibers. There are materials like polyester that are basically plastic.
First, I wanted to imagine a beautiful desert that looks like another planet. Well, but now, this is covered by mountains of clouds. This is the reality of the Atacama Desert in Chile, like you can see in this forest. Well, this desert first, the people thought that these clothes were used, but the most of items arrived with original tags, meaning that they had been new before being left. Today, the fast fashion industry has a massive environmental crisis because it's visible even in the satellites due to the huge scale of the pollution. It was found that this mountain of clothes weighed between 11,000 and 59,000 tons. This is very shocking because it equaled the weight of the Brooklyn Bridge. Before this crisis started, the Atacama Desert was beautiful, was natural and clean. But now this landfill shows our global waste problem.
And now we'll talk about the chemical environmental decay. The problem is not how their clothes do, it's how it is impacting on the environment and how they are made. These clothes are usually made by synthetic fibers, that they are materials like polyester, they are basically plastic. These fibers are processed to be more like cheap looking, but more sustainable in some way. But it's not. These clothes are being polluted in many tons of the soil. And also, the increases in environmental impact if 80% of emerging markets are the CO2 emissions plus 77% of the polluted soil on Earth. And this is causing a really big impact for the textile industry because they are ignoring this problematic and they are not putting the effort that it needs to be more looking for. Materials were basically more natural fibers like cotton or another type of material that is more sustainable. The cost will be basically would be more or less polluted than plastics.
Now, legislation and consumer responsibility. Is there a solution to this disaster? Well, fortunately, Chile started to take action. The government implemented the new REP law, which makes companies be responsible for the textile waste that they import. Local startups innovative eco-products, for example, thermal insulation, which is made with old desert clothes. We realized that we needed more control because authorities lack the budget to stop illegal dumping. Actually, we can help if we choose better quality clothes that last longer. So the Atacama Desert is a warning for the humanity. We must remember that fast fashion clothes have a very high price for our planet. So with this speech, we hope that you can open your eyes to this reality of fast fashion. Thank you.